Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is an exciting day because we're finally going to be installing our last bit of exterior insulation. We're going to be installing this. This is Rockwool Comfortboard. It's the same stuff we put around the exterior of the building. And this is going to be going on the roof. It's 2 inches thick and is R8, so it's going to get us above R30 in the roof. And this also has some great benefits like fire resistance. We did a test a while back where we held a torch up to it for 10 minutes and it didn't burn the Tyvek underneath. So that's gonna be really great for us with how often we do burn piles and embers are just flying everywhere. It'll make us feel a lot better knowing that we're safer. So to start off today, we're gonna be building a perimeter around the roof. And that perimeter is gonna bring the roof up to be flush with the Rockwool on top. And then this is also gonna give us a place to nail all of our laths to that are gonna hold down the Rockwool. So we're gonna start off by building that perimeter, and after we do that, we'll be able to start laying out our Rockwool. So let's go ahead and get started. This stuff is so dense, and it's really heavy when you're moving around. We had to move it around a lot of times, but solid stuff. For our perimeter spacer boards, we need some 2-inch boards. So we bought some 2x6s and we just lined them up on our sawmill, and we're just gonna rip off some 2-inch boards. Then we'll flip it over and get some from the other side too. After those are cut, we'll be ready to put them up. So let's go ahead and cut them. All right, well, we finished ripping our perimeter boards and we got all set up yesterday to put them up. As soon as we got up on the roof, we ran into a problem. The boards at the eaves actually needed to be a little bit wider because there was a gap between the end of the OSB and the subfascia that we had forgotten about. So we needed some bigger boards, and we could have gone and gotten some 4x6s and ripped them down. But we also have logs sitting out in the sawmill, so we decided to just mill the boards that we needed. So we milled some 2x3.5-inch boards, so it's the same width as a 2x4, but it's just a little bit thicker. Instead of 1.5, it's 2 inches. So now we have everything, plus some bonus boards that we can use for something else. So we're ready to install it now. Let's move all these over and start putting up our perimeter. Yesterday, after we took these off the mill, we sprayed them with some bifenthrin because we've been having some issues with powder post beetles. And check out all these that died overnight. So I think it's really good that we did that because we definitely don't want those in our lumber that's going on our building. So hopefully we got them all. We also checked the moisture of these and it's dropped 15% overnight. So we should be good to install them. right, first boards are about to go down. Doing some final measurements, figuring out exactly where we want to put it. But I can show this now, what I was describing. there is this gap where the OSB ends, and then the end of our subfascia is over here. So with those other boards, they were pretty small and they would have rocked. So now that we have this really wide board, it'll give us something solid to screw it into. We're adding in some channels along these ones so that if water gets in, it'll be able to drain out. Hopefully after we get the roof on, we won't ever have any water get under here, but in case there is, we don't want it sitting inside, so that should be enough to let the water go through. We got our perimeter done on this side and on this side. And it has been so hot today. Man, I swear the heat just really takes life out of you. But we managed to get this part done. We haven't finished up here yet, but we think we're gonna hold off on doing that because we realized we don't have the 3.5-inch screws that we need to hold down the lads, which is what holds the Rockwool in place. So instead of finishing the whole perimeter right now, we're just gonna start laying out the Rockwool on either side. And since we don't have the screws to hold the lads in, we'll just do pretty much the flat areas for right now. And then we'll finish the rest of the perimeter and the rest of the Rockwool once we get those screws. But this looks like it's gonna work out great. Our boards that we milled look great. They worked perfect. So we're ready to put some Rockwool on. So Dad's got the tractor right now. We're gonna load it up, bring some Rockwool over, and start laying it out. So I just stood these pieces up vertically, and you can see that the water just started draining out of them right away. There's a steady stream going down. Something exciting, all of our little holes that we drilled to let the water out actually work. We are getting the last bit of our comfort board moved over. These things are pretty deceiving. You would think that it'd be, you know, light, fluffy insulation, but this stuff is really dense. It is a workout to move it. And also some of ours has some water. It doesn't really soak up water, but it seems like if it's sitting completely flat, there will be some water left in there, but as soon as you turn it vertical, it starts draining out. After we finish putting this up, we're definitely gonna have to reorganize the rest of our Rockwool. Unfortunately, the tornado knocked a lot of it down. Actually, some of these comfort boards were thrown all over the field. So yeah, some of them did take some damage, but we gotta just put it up anyway. I think it's gonna be all right.
Just let this one pour right off the edge. You have a knife or something?
I'm sure a lot of them will have water in the little corners.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Tanner, we got the last rock wool on the roof.
Well, we finally got all of our rock wool up on the roof. We were originally just gonna put up what we needed, but then we realized it would be really hard to get it after the fact, walking all over it. So we got all of it on the roof and we're ready to go now. It's been a lot of prep work getting it ready, so now we get to do the fun part. Here we go. This is the first one. We've waited so long for this. Big old X marks the spot. What you think? Good? Pants are falling down. All right, Dad's doing the Father's Day slice. That's your gift, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Free labor.
I got a rock.
It's a pet rock. Wow, guys, this is coming together fast and it looks incredible. I know you saw how dirty it had gotten from the pile, being in the pile over there and the tornado coming through. But when we put this stuff down, it is still looking great. All the pieces are firm. I mean, it's literally made out of rock, so I mean, it's gonna be pretty resilient. All the water that was in it drained right out of it. I wanna give a big thank you to Rockwool for providing this. They provided all the insulation for this project, and after this, the last thing we'll have is the interior safe and sound. But yeah, we should be able to get all this wrapped up next week. We'll be able to finish off the top of our perimeter, put the rest of the rock wool down, and also get all of our laths down, and then we'll be ready for our metal roof, which is just gonna be awesome. I do have to stop for today because I need to go edit this video, get it out to you guys. Also, by the way, today is Father's Day, so I want to give a big happy Father's Day to all the dads out there that watch the videos. Me and Dad are going to go party this weekend. Okay, so I actually have a Father's Day surprise for my dad that I'm about to give him. Before we get into that, I just want to say I'm so grateful that my dad is always available to work on this project with me. We have so many fun times together, and I really believe I have the best dad in the world, so I'm excited to give him this gift. He was gifted this watch a couple years ago. It's from a company called Original Grain, and he absolutely fell in love with it. He wears it in the videos all the time, and it's just this nice, heavy watch. Something cool about Original Grain, they use a lot of reclaimed materials for their watches, so the one that he has, it's made with reclaimed Hawaiian koa wood. He also liked it so much that he decided to get me one, and I love this one so much. I'm always wearing it when I'm going out. Now they just released a limited edition watch that they did with this little company called Jack Daniels. And Dad is a huge Jack Daniels fan. And a little fun fact, Jack Daniels is only about 30 minutes from the shed in Lynchburg, Tennessee. So Dad always goes there. He loves it. He takes his friends on tours, and he's also good friends with some of the employees there. So I have a feeling Dad is gonna like what I got him. They did a whole line of watches made with reclaimed barrels from Jack Daniels and also charcoal and limestone, and they look awesome. I reached out to Original Grain and asked them if they would be interested in doing something, because I think they're a really cool company, and they replied and they said they would love to help me surprise my dad. So they sent him not one but 2 watches from the new Jack Daniels series, and they look incredible. Let's go ahead and surprise Dad. Happy Father's Day.
Thank you, Danner. What we got in here? What? I think I know what this is. Yes. Original Grain. Thank you. But now I got my Jack Daniels version. Thank you, Danner. Oh, what's in here? That's pretty heavy too. I got another bag. Another watch. What? What we got here? Another Jack Daniels watch. Collect all 7. Oh, wow. Check that out. Man, that is nice. What is this one?
Me, Alex, and Aaron, we're gonna go all in, but Original Grain decided they wanted to send you some watches, so those are from Original Grain.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Original Grain. We love your watches. Yeah, so here's the neat thing. This is my original Grain. It's 2 years old, and I use this just like a watch. I have not tried to take care of it. I use it on construction, and it looks still brand new 2 years later.
All the times you've been digging holes, working on tractors, getting oil over everything, just like hitting it into things. It's just still, it still looks brand new.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know you use it a lot. Yeah. And that one, it's got the charcoal in it, little charcoal bits.
Look at this.
This one's pretty much the same as your other one,
but it's got that barrel.
Yeah, it's got that new,
the char
dials. Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't even notice it was all charred like that. That's so cool.
Charcoal mellow. This is made from barrels from the Jack Daniels. But seriously, look at this one 2 years later, wearing it every day. And I mean, if you just look at the clasp, for example, like it's really worn. I mean, I use this every day. You even can look on the inside here and see how filthy, dirty all this is. Like, I wear this, I've worn out, and it still looks brand new. Thank you, Original Grain. I was always a fan, and now I'm even a bigger one.
So I want to give a big thank you to Original Grain for sending these, and also I'll be putting a link in the description. They also gave me a promo code. It's code Danner, and you guys can use that if you want to get something from Original Grain. But I want to give a big thank you to all of you who have liked the videos and subscribed. And also, thank you to everyone that backs us over on Patreon. We really appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time.